Good morning, my name is Pировано Riccardo. I'm a master degree student in tourism economy in a double degree project between University of Milan Bicocca and the Russian International Academy for Tourism. My paper talks about culture and education as an incentive for tourism in Italy. It is divided in three parts. First, a brief introduction about the role of tourism in global and Italian economy. Then I discuss how the evolution of cultural and the educational environment affects tourism, and then I give a brief analysis about the cultural tourism in Italy. In 2019, the international tourism reached 1.7 trillion US dollar value with an increment of 4 percentage points, and it was the third largest export category after chemicals and fuel. In Italy, the direct contribution of tourist sector to the gross domestic product raised from 76 to 94.1 billion euros between 2012 and 2017, while in the same period, the total contribution to GDP raised from 187 to 223 billion euros. With regard to total employment, in 2018, 14.9% of Italian jobs were related to tourism. The evolution of cultural and educational environment is a crucial element for personal growth and self-realization, and for people, and where they become more open-minded and respectful about others, and that has a positive effect over tourism. Between the aspects that affect tourism, there is the level of education, which affects the propensity to travel, and the typology of tourism chosen by a tourist. Indeed, a higher level of education is related with a higher propensity to travel, and with the need of a cultural moment during the trip. Another element that affects tourism is the cultural differences, where a different culture, religion, and language can represent a barrier between tourist and destination. Therefore, the acceptance of other culture can increase the flow of international tourism, especially between two countries with highly different differences in culture. Besides, in the last years, there was a change in tourism, where promotional and structural element must be integrated with the natural and cultural resources in order to satisfy the self-realization need of the travelers. The cultural tourism in Italy is simplified by the high perception of Italy in the world about culture, art, and history. And indeed, there are 55 UNESCO sites in the World Cultural Heritage List. 50 of them are cultural and 5 of them are natural. And Italy, along with China, is the first country per number of sites in the list. Besides, there are almost other 5,000 cultural institutes in the country. The cultural segment in Italy counted 44.4 million arrivals, with an increment of 600,000 units, and counted also 113.4 million nights in 2018, with an increment of 3.4 million units. This segment has a huge percentage of foreigners, 60%, and they are characterized by a higher average spending rather than other foreigners that come to Italy for different reasons, with 129 euros per day versus 160 euros per day. Nevertheless, there are some weaknesses about the Italian cultural system, where there are several small, medium-sized institutes, and they are managed by different subjects, both public and private, and usually there is no coordination between institute and subjects in the same area. So the solution can be represented by the creation of an integrated system in order to fully exploit the cultural heritage of Italy. and therefore there is a need of investment in new technology and investment to develop human resources in order to be more professional, knowledgeable, and they can exploit better the cultural heritage of Italy.